His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a mixed martial artist standing 5'6", weighing in 135.8 pounds. He holds a professional record, 3 wins, 0 defeats, with 1 win coming by way of knockout and 1 by way of submission. Representing Badger Crew Fight Team and fighting out of Santa Ana, California, Joseph and Kanan Dorado. Your referee is Herb Dean.
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We're gonna keep it clean. Touch gloves, let's do it.
LFA 148, our final event of 2022 and our 28th show of the year. Bantamweight action between Eduardo Pena with the blue tape and Joseph Dorado with the red tape. Herb Dean, the third man in the octagon. It's so great to see Herb here, Gil, and these two are going to come out firing.
Both guys trading jabs. Big night for the city of Santa Ana tonight.
Yeah, talk about that.
I am from Santa Ana, and Ben Jones has found himself 4 beasts from Santa Ana, all durable fighters, and they're all represented tonight. 3 of the 4 are represented tonight. Dorado being a very good grappler, striker, just the complete package here. Has a big test against the undefeated Pena. Tonight, the whole team is on display.
You will hear head coach of the Badger Crew Fight Team, Ben Jones, in the corner. One of the most vocal coaches in all of MMA. Little cut under the right eye of Eduardo Pena, who's now on the back of Joseph Dorado.
Yeah, good start for Pena here, slowing down the pace. You can tell Dorado's pacing back and forth. He wants to bring the fight. He wants a lot of action. Pena probably does as well, but right here, he's winning. He's in control. He's riding. It's a good spot for him for the time being. Dorado trying to work a Kimura. Pena lifting him and slamming him, trying to mat return is what we will call that.
Dorado is a boxer and a catch wrestler. Of course, training with Ben Jones. On the other side, Pena, black belt in BJJ and a grappler. Pena originally from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, now fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada.
Pena doing a good job of keeping his weight on top of Dorado. Maybe we don't see a lot of action right here, but Dorado has a backpack on him, a heavy backpack, 135-pound backpack, 145-pound backpack on him, and that does wear you. So, you know, it's important for Dorado to get a stand-up, disengage from here, and take that pressure off his back. Hook in the arm. You see Pena hooks the arm right here. He's gonna probably look to attack the neck, trying to get a crucifix. Not a very good position for Dorado at this moment. I'm not saying he's out, but it's not a good position to be in.
In a little bit of trouble, no doubt about it. Pena, the black belt in BJJ, went 2-0 as an amateur with a knockout and a submission. Comes into this fight 1-0.
Yes, sometimes when you're in these grappling positions, you got to just go MMA on them and just really pick someone up and just slam them. Yes, exactly. Really good job with Dorado. Not just had to get up, had to make a move, and he made it.
Back on his feet, but we will see for how long. Almost exactly a year into his MMA career, Eduardo Pena, 2-time All-American wrestler and BJJ black belt, making his LFA debut tonight.
That's an impressive resume. Yeah, you know, to be an All-American and a world champion Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling, and 2 amazing forms of grappling.
100%, 2-time All-American wrestler at Division II, St. Cloud State and Colorado Mesa University. Comes in as Tapology's number 11 ranked bantamweight in Nevada. Legacy Fighting Alliance number 148. Final prelim of the night. And then we will switch over to UFC Fight Pass for a stacked final card of the year. Main event, the welterweight title fight between Chris Brown from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and Alfonso Leyva, the 2-time Olympic wrestler from Mexico.
Such an exciting main event tonight. real test for Leiva to be able to step up. And Chris Brown has fought some serious competition, and Leiva's undefeated. And this is going to be a huge night for one of these individuals.
Well, the backpack is on again, and now with under a minute to go, Eduardo Pena looking for a submission victory as he's working the neck. Pena's really been in control of this entire first round, Gil.
Yes, Ron, he has been in control, and you know what it's been? Very patient and a very strong ride. Not this chaos. This is what Dorado wants, the chaos. And Pena said, no, I'm going to slow it down. I'm going to ride you. I'm going to slow down the tempo. Dorado even looks frustrated looking at Ben Jones. What should I do in this position? If I were to give my opinion, I'd say, you know what? Sometimes you just got to start bucking out. You got to start going crazy against the cage in these positions and not rely on your technique. Of course, some technique, but just have to just spaz out, I guess is the word.
Right. Dorado coming in with a 3-0 record. Victories by way of knockout, submission, and a decision. He's on a 5-fight win streak going back to his amateur career. And he hustles over to Ben Jones's corner.
You know, if you're fighting a guy trained by Ben Jones, he's going to be in great shape. And it's such a crucial weapon. You need to have your striking, your kickboxing, your boxing, your wrestling, your jiu-jitsu. It seems that people forget the weapon of cardio, and it's such a great weapon. And everyone on Ben Jones's team has that weapon.
The new Badger Crew fight team headed by Ben Jones. And as you mentioned, there's Ben giving instruction to Dorado. He's got himself some wrestlers in that group.
Yes, definitely has some wrestlers, and it's a great foundation for mixed martial arts wrestling. Let's see if Dorado can switch things up. Maybe he tries to stick and move a little bit. That would be, you know, abnormal for the Ben Jones team, but let's see the adjustment he makes against a very tough grappler himself.
Absolutely.
In Pena.
Eduardo Pena looking great in that first round. See if Joseph Dorado changes up the strategy. Unbeaten in over 5 years. His 5-fight win streak goes back to May of 2017. But this is his first fight in over a year. Nice sprawl.
Yes, very good sprawl. You could see Dorado kind of holding the center of the octagon, not trying to throw more than one punch at a time, focusing on neutralizing the takedown.
Solid kick from Pena.
Yes, good adjustment by Pena. Maybe the takedown's not there. I got to create it.
And you heard Dorado tries to sprawl and avoid the takedown. Ben Jones yelling, get back up, and not want to be on that canvas.
Such a great sprawl by Dorado, but Pena just relentless with the chain wrestling. Double leg, gets sprawled on, comes up to a body lock, doesn't finish it, but takes Dorado to the cage now, where he was in the first round, and I bet he plans on just pressing him here. He's content with this.
Round number 2, scheduled for 3, of course, in the LFA Bantamweight division. Ron Kruk and Gilbert Melendez with you. I just look around this octagon, and it is literally a who's who of MMA legends. We have Chris Lieben, Crippler, he's judging tonight. We have Frank Trigg reffing, and of course, the great Gilbert Melendez doing color commentary.
Thank you very much, Ron. It's great to have these former fighters, you know, contributing 100%. To the sport. These guys really know what it takes to go out there. We saw Frank Trigg working earlier too, a fight, and you know, he let these guys continue. You know, maybe someone else would have stopped that, but as a fighter, he understands these things right here. Hey, I want to talk about Pena a second. He just did a beautiful body lock against the cage, and he took down Dorado, and just showing his wrestling mixed with his jiu-jitsu is just a real grappler right here. Has some catch wrestling himself.
Battle of unbeatens. Joseph Dorado 3-0, and Eduardo Pena comes in with a spotless 1-0 record. Eduardo Pena, his dad Sergio Pena, of course, representing Sergio Pena, BJJ.
He has the one hook in, and he has that wrist control there. That's that mixture of the wrestling with the jiu-jitsu. Such great riding and submission attempts. This is Pena's looking sharp here. There's that hook again. Trying to get a half Nelson. It looks like he's trying to set up. You know, in wrestling, you see a half Nelson. In jiu-jitsu, you see the seatbelt grip.
Oh, yeah. Approaching the 2-minute mark. And this is right now looking very similar to that first round.
Yes.
Eduardo Pena on the back of Joseph Dorado. And this, again, as you said, Gil, this is where you kind of want to see him just go nuts and try to get up, right?
Exactly.
Do everything you can to get out of this position.
Yes, yes. He's just sitting here. He needs to start, in my opinion, you know, it's very challenging, but you need to get up, mule kick, you need to swim, you need to just start scrambling, try to create an opening.
Dorado back on his feet.
Here's the Kimura. Look at a Kimura set up by Dorado, but is he gonna get lifted? That's the repercussion sometimes. There you go again, Dorado, right back up. Keep moving right here, back and forth. Get that right arm underhook. Start throwing some elbows, start spazzing out.
He definitely needs to do something here with a minute left. Second round, Pena in control. Both rounds so far, and back to the ground they go.
Pena just showing some high-level grappling tonight. Just so strong on top. There's the power half he has with the hooks in, just riding his opponent, playing it smart, not exerting too much energy, just in complete control here.
LFA 148 from Commerce, California, coming up at the top of the hour on UFC Fight Pass. Get to UFCFightPass.com and sign up today. Well, no doubt about it, Gil. It's time winding down here in the second round. Eduardo Pena up, at least in my opinion, two rounds to nothing.
Ron, I have to agree with you.
So Joseph Dorado and his 3-0 record on the brink here. Definitely needs a finish. He wants to keep that spotless record intact.
Working off your jab, start looking to your right, okay? Good. But if you take your feet, okay? But if you get stay long range, shoot off the distance, okay? Don't let this take you. Don't keep right in the middle like that.
I know it, but you can't let him near you. You were controlling range, get back to that range, and throw the 12. You gotta go finish this motherfucker. There's one way, and it's right here.
There's the intensity from Ben Jones, and I couldn't agree more, Gil. He's got to keep that distance, and he needs a finish.
Yes, he does, and he said he pulled up his hands. He got to get it done in the hands. I know we know it all. He's a mixed martial artist. Maybe he's a catch wrestler, but he has the hands. I believe he does have the advantage in that department. And right away, Pena drives him to the wall trying to get the takedown. So smart.
A brilliant game plan for sure from Eduardo Pena. This is exactly what Ben Jones did not want to see. Dorado not able to keep Pena off of him.
Very smart of Pena, you know, just changed it up, just blitzed in, a little reckless. There's definitely some risk with that, but before in the first round, that second round, we saw Dorado make that adjustment, stay in the center, trying to time that takedown, and Pena again, just tenacious. Reminds me of a Jake Shield style or a Khabib style where they just pressure you.
Absolutely, I could see that. Great comparison. Dorado back on his feet, but just can't seem to get Pena off of him. Body lock and just grinding him up against the cage wall.
Pena has his hands locked here, and you know, great wrestlers can just keep that grip. Sometimes people burn out, but they learn how to keep a nice grip at 80%. Look at this body lock takedown he did in the second round. Beautiful job.
Just looking over at Ben Jones and his team, the frustration is mounting.
Yeah, Pena, you can see Pena, no problem. He has the hook in, he had the foot on the wall. I thought he was gonna do a Jacare or Crone Gracie where you push off the wall and take the back a little bit, maybe setting it up. Maybe tonight's not the night though.
Saving it.
Yes.
He's in control, so.
Yes.
Eduardo Pena coming in with a 1-0 record. A victory was by way of submission. The Kimura made his pro debut back in August, went 2-0 as an amateur with a knockout and a submission. And very impressive so far for the 27-year-old from Rio de Janeiro.
Yes, extremely impressive. You know, Dorado is a fantastic wrestler. To get ridden like this says not anything about how Dorado is, but how good Pena is. To be able to do this to Dorado, to ride him this whole time. I mean, he trains with guys like Javier Garcia. He trains with Danny Silva. Trains with Miranda.
Yeah,
you know, these are tough fighters.
Great point. Dorado struggling to get up. And I would like to see Pena try to finish this. You know,
yes.
Fans here, listen, this was a brilliant game plan, but maybe not the most exciting style of fighting. But bottom line, you want to get the W.
I agree. That's a good point, Ron. You know, we're 2 minutes left in this fight. Time to take a little more risk. I understand you're pacing yourself. Very good. You have a long journey of fights to go, but this is the opportunity to let go. You know, let's see some good ground and pound. Let's see some submission attempts.
And listen, bottom line is, you want to get to the UFC, they want finishers.
Yes, yes. And let's be honest, it's not just your record. It's not, you could be undefeated, but all decisions, it's not going to do it for you. But again, I'm not dogging Pena. Pena's looking like a savage tonight.
Absolutely.
He's doing a great job against a very tough competitor.
Getting a little nitpicky over here.
You know, high expectations.
Bat,
yeah, high expectations, dude. High expectations.
To the left. Keep going to the left, right there. There you go, like that elbow.
We are approaching 1 minute to go in a fight that has been dominated by Eduardo Pena. Joseph Dorado just has not had an answer. I mean, you mentioned it in the first round, the backpack. I mean, that is so well said. I mean, he has been on the back of Dorado. I would love to see that stat.
Like, yes. Riding time,
Riding time, yeah.
I think the go-to is slam him on his head if I can. This is a backpacker on me, I'm just chucking this guy in his head as hard as possible.
Well, it's only fitting that this fight was sponsored by Wolfpack. I mean, Eduardo Pena might have himself a new sponsor.
Very good. Very nice,
and look at this.
There it is, very deep choke.
Deep. Can Eduardo Pena finish this fight? 10 seconds to go. And it looks like Joseph Dorado will survive. But his spotless 3-0 record will not. A very...
Now his opponent making his way to the octagon, Richie Miranda.
Just over 3 months since his last victory, Richie Miranda goes for another finish, looking to push his impressive win streak to 10. He's on a 9-fight win streak right now, going back to his amateur career. Last loss was all the way back in January of 2019. Battle of Wrestlers, the former wrestler at the University of Nebraska Kearney, that's a Division II school, making his 3rd LFA appearance tonight, Gil. Perfect 2-0 in the LFA octagon.
Yeah, Ron, I like how you asked him, who's the better wrestler? He says it doesn't matter. This is mixed martial arts. You know, Richie Miranda is from my home city of Santa Ana, and I love it. I love it. He's a wrestler, but he likes to bang. He's aggressive. He'll be southpaw position. He'll be conventional, but he's durable. He's in great shape. When he takes you down, he looks to ride, he puts that pressure, but he just doesn't hold you. He's gonna punch you. He's gonna punch you to give a bad submission, and he's looking to lock up that rear naked choke. This is a submission we see quite a bit in MMA. I love this kid's attitude. I love that he's from Santa Ana. I'm a little biased tonight, but I think he's a great fighter. He has a great future, but he also has a very good dance partner tonight. Both these guys are gonna display some serious skills tonight.
This is going to be a lot of fun. Richie Miranda already down on the scorecards, though, to Ben Jones, who scored those 2 shots before he got into the octagon. Here is the Wolfpack, tail of the tape. Miranda is 28 and Wilson 1 year older. Both fighters stand 5'9". Wilson weighed in a pound heavier. The 3-inch reach advantage goes the way of Miranda.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the LFA 148 feature bout tonight on UFC Fight Pass. And this bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA lightweight division. Brought to you tonight by Wolfpack. Never average, always a wolf. And now introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This wrestler and Muay Thai style fighter stands 5'9", weighing in 155.6 pounds. He holds a professional record, 4 wins, 1 defeat, with 2 wins coming by way of knockout, 1 by way of submission. Representing Kings MMA and fighting out of Los Angeles, California, James Valorous Wilson. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a catch wrestler standing 5'9", weighed in 154.8 pounds. He holds a professional record, 5 wins, 0 defeats, with 3 wins coming by way of knockout and 2 by way of submission. Representing Badger Crew Fight Team and fighting out of Santa Ana, California, here is Richie El Machete Miranda. Your referee, John Romero.
All right, gentlemen, we already been over the instruction back in the dressing room. Remember, protect at all times, obey my commands at all times. You already touched gloves, so let's go back to our corners and let's come out fighting.
The battle of wrestlers. Richie Miranda from the University of Nebraska, Kearney. He is your favorite at -225. And the former Stanford wrestling captain, James Wilson. He is your underdog at +185. Ron Kruk and Gilbert Melendez, we're here at LFA number 148. This is the feature fight of the night.
Both gentlemen trade right hands.
And Miranda got the best of it.
I like Miranda from that southpaw position. He could either throw that straight right, that straight left, or that left hook. Comes around the guard just like that.
She called it. And Miranda firing away, backing Wilson up. Richie Miranda, 5-0. 3 victories by way of knockout. Wilson can land some big shots too, comes in 4-1. He's got 2 victories by way of KO.
Well, respect to Wilson for not immediately shooting in for the takedown when he got punched there. He's feeling a little more confident in striking. A lot of wrestlers, as soon as they get hit, they go right back to their wrestling.
Yes. Shots are landing flush from Richie Miranda. There's a nice hook from Wilson on the break.
Yeah, Wilson likes that kick. Kick to the head to a shot. Good combination.
Oh, good knee there from Wilson. Now Miranda pushes Wilson up against the cage wall.
This is where Wilson said he wanted to be, though, in terms of wrestling. He didn't want to shoot his double legs. He wanted to get into the body lock position, the over-under, where he can put his opponent against the cage. He did his data. He's very cool the way he talks with his, he's trying to moneyball it. He did his data, and all the wrestling takedowns happen against the cage. Some fighters do that. That's really cool.
Absolutely. Analytics.
There you go.
James Wilson training with the Killers at Kings MMA. Miranda, the new Badger Crew fight team, led by Ben Jones.
I gotta say, I think Miranda's winning in the striking department, but Wilson has showed improved striking. Beautiful kick to the head.
Yeah,
way more
just
composed.
missed the target. That could have been a big problem.
Takedown by Miranda now. Wilson trying to defend and land some elbows at the same time. You can see Miranda reaching for the far leg, trying to pull it in. He can pull that in and put Wilson on his back. He can start imposing his catch wrestling techniques, which is holding you down, passing, taking your back, and choking you out.
Wilson up, and Miranda on his back.
Miranda is on the back. Doesn't want to
Slip
off. I'm watching here. I'm on the edge of my seat. It's right in front of me, Ron. I wanted to talk, but
I know. Fighters reset in the center of the octagon. Oh, beautiful combination uppercut from Miranda.
and Miranda's starting to find his target. Looks very composed and not tired at all. Not too much damage.
The wrestlers throwing down here in the first round. Listen into the corner of Richie Miranda and Ben Jones.
That guy's dying though. That pressure. Hey, work!
Miranda feeling it. Miranda tasting it. Drops down. Beautiful double leg takedown. Great decision making.
Kick that leg out! Knee! 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 Kick that leg out! Blue! Blue to the head! Blue to the head!
Miranda doing a great job of not forcing anything.
Hey, put that half on! Snatch it!
Yes, taking his time, approaching a minute to go in the opening round.
Yes, looking very devastating, looking very, stuck on his game plan, but still at 8 out of 10. Nice and composed.
Now you just heard Ben Jones yell he's tired. Ben told us yesterday he believes James Wilson will gas out, and that's when they will score a submission or a knockout. But, you know, James Wilson, as mentioned, he realized in his last fight he did gas out, and cardio was a key, and says he has changed things up in his training camp.
Yeah, said he's putting in the miles. He said he didn't run as much, and now he's running. You have to run. To me, you have to run. You got to put in those miles. Oh, beautiful punch by Wilson on the way out. Drops to a double leg.
Yeah, Wilson said he also did something like 200 rounds of boxing. Just said he wanted to continue and evolve his striking game.
I think that's a great idea. You have to isolate your disciplines. You got to blend them, but just to isolate and to become familiar and good at them.
As round number one comes to a close between Richie Miranda and James Wilson. Wrestling bragging rights are on the line, but these two were throwing down. Miranda landing 69% of his shots, and Wilson 81% of his. But Miranda throwing much more, going 42 of 61, Wilson 34 of 42, Gil.
Yeah, I think Miranda's doing a great job. Look at that straight left he lands. He was landing that left hand a little bit. Then a barrage, blitzes forward, but doesn't walk into any damage. Always controlling the distance, just a perfect range so he doesn't get hit. Big kick to the head by Wilson. Again, Miranda showing some whiskers, not flinching, not getting excited when he has success, and not getting excited when things don't work out. Beautiful uppercut, switches his stance in the process. Again, Wilson gets a takedown to the end, and both these guys hit each other a little bit after the whistle.
Yeah, love that. All right, we are set for round number two. James Wilson with the blue tape and Richie Miranda the red, and there's a takedown from James Wilson.
Wilson said I had enough of this boxing. I'm going to take him down, back to my roots.
Throwing out some stats, the takedowns, these guys both went 2 for 2.
Miranda retains his guard.
This is an opportunity for James Wilson.
Sets it up an armbar. Look at that armbar. Oh. Slam by Wilson. Up kick.
Crazy pace for this LFA lightweight matchup.
I believe this is where Ben Jones was talking about, the grappling. You got your takedown. What are you going to do here, Wilson? Last time he used this as a form of controlling, and his opponent was able to win off his back. Now what's Wilson going to do? He's going to posture up and strike, or is he going to hold? What's going to happen here? This is a big, big moment for both these fighters.
There's so much action going back and forth, Gil. I didn't ask you, who did you give that opening round to?
That opening round definitely went to Miranda, landed some great strikes and did a very good job. And Wilson scoring a takedown at the end, showing a lot of heart. But again, Miranda won that round, definitely. So as a fighter, mostly I'm trying to get off the bottom, but Miranda loves to work his guard and likes to work his submissions here, retain the guard, and now has a Kimura from the half guard here.
Look at that.
That's a very good grip. Almost hit that arm bar earlier. Shrimping out, trying to get some space. Gets the arm out. Oh, the strength of Wilson. Wow. Just to straighten his arm and bring it over the top.
Wilson just putting all his weight down on Richie Miranda.
Wilson trying to pass. He's in the half guard now. More offensive than we've seen in his last fight. Was hanging in the guard, now trying to pass. See if he starts using some ground and pound. Got an elbow.
Right. I think Miranda liked that, trying to slip out. But now Wilson on the back of Richie Miranda.
Yeah, Miranda changing it up. Was trying to work his guard, now working his stand-up. Looks like he's almost free.
Beautiful. And we've got a timeout from referee John Romero.
Again, Miranda doesn't even flinch. He just wants to acknowledge that he got hit below the belt, wants the ref to know. And look at his game face, man. I love fighters like that, not showing any emotion, just in this war zone mode.
Doesn't take the time that he's allotted, so right back at it. 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the second round.
3-2 by Miranda, got the collar tie, uppercuts, drop into a double leg of his own. Drops Wilson.
Strikes to the takedown, now on the back of Jeff Wilson.
Wilson, look, he's not settling. He's getting back to his feet. He's in this fight. Power half, trying to keep Wilson down. Oh my goodness, he's gonna fall off the top, slip off. Deep hooks. Oh, attacking the ankle. Attacking, we've seen this before. We've seen Aljamain Sterling do, we've seen Zabib do this, trying to, good job by Wilson to really bend his knee there.
Yes.
Wow.
Pops out and looks like a cut over the eye of James Wilson now. Crazy transitions. What a fight. And that is Ben Jones screaming to Miranda to get back up. Easier said than done when you got James Wilson on you.
Wilson using his folk-style collegiate wrestling to step over cradle and doing a great job of riding Miranda at this time. Good job for Wilson. Keeping that pressure. Oh, and a switch by Miranda. These guys are scrambling straight to some strikes.
Big shots right in front of us, Gil. Now on the back. Incredible action.
Ron, you wore a white shirt today. I think that was a bad idea.
It always
They're gonna
is.
get some blood on you. I wore black. I knew this was gonna happen.
Smart man. Somehow Wilson taking those shots.
Wow, these guys can grapple.
Now from the side, but Miranda drilling his elbow into the rib cage of Wilson.
Wilson came ready tonight. He was not happy with his last performance. He's ready tonight. Both these gentlemen putting on a great show. I did not get to say, but this was my fight to watch tonight.
Well, you told me that, so I'll vouch for you, man.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, I get you back. Time winding down, and now Wilson mounting up.
Big moment for Wilson right here. My goodness.
Wow, incredible action. Back and forth. And already you can see that whatever changes James Wilson did with his training camp, it looks like it paid off. His cardio is holding up here, Gil.
Yeah, it is, man. Both these gentlemen are ready. You can see Wilson going to his double leg takedown at the beginning of the round. Was on top for a while. but eventually Miranda was able to get up. I love his dirty boxing, collar tie, just punching and punching, drops low, gets his double leg here on Wilson, and does a good job of scoring points when he's in good position. But again, man, Wilson and Miranda, they're switching each other left and right. Both guys are getting in great position. Just when I think Miranda's in a great position, scoring punches, taking the back, looking for submissions, and then Wilson will shake him off and ended up in the mount at the end of this round. That was a very competitive round, but I still gave it to Richie Miranda, just doing a little bit more damage in the process, and those submission attempts were very good on there. But again, it could have gone to Wilson as well. I will say that was a competitive. I said I was going to be biased this fight, didn't I?
You sure did, man. So, at least according to the great Gilbert Melendez, Richie Miranda up 2 rounds to nothing. But James Wilson is a finisher. He's finished 3 out of his 4 victories.
Beautiful head on the outside single. Trying to lift it up. Richie doing a good job of controlling his arms. About to hit a spladle here.
What? I mean, this fight has a little bit of everything.
Yes, very true, Ron.
I mean, you love the ground. If you love the stand-up, you're getting it all. Miranda continuing to drop hammer fist to the side of the head, but Wilson on his feet.
Wilson's wrestling experience is just showing, man. He's doing a very good job of just keeping the scramble alive. But look at this inverted triangle by Miranda. An inverted triangle locked up here. Oh, again. Wilson slips out.
Again, Wilson, half guard, has an opportunity to do something from top.
He must have some confidence. He ended in mount at the end of that second round.
Right.
So he should try to pursue that mount, not just settle here. Try to get to that mount position. Miranda moving, gives his back up in the process, but likes to keep moving, doesn't want to settle. Maybe this is what needs to happen in order for him to get up.
Wilson just won't let him do it. All over his back, hanging on.
No hooks in, though. Looks like Miranda might be on his way up if he explodes up. Wilson trying to get the hooks in still. Has both hooks in, but both fighters keep falling off the top when they get their hooks in. No one can really finish this position. So sweaty at this moment.
Yes. This has now become the longest fight of Richie Miranda's career.
It looks like he's about to pop out the back door right now.
Never gone to a decision, 5-0. 3 wins by way of knockout and 2 submissions.
Wilson trying to work an armbar here. Looks like Miranda has the inside of his thigh, so he can't rip it out, and scoring some punches. Miranda doing a great job of just any opportunity he has to punch, he's punching. He's doing it. From on top, from the side, right here, sitting on his butt. He's just trying to always get some punches and licks in here.
Miranda has thrown 140 strikes, landed 111, compared to Wilson's 73, and he's landed 57.
Wilson still on top, doing a great job, riding 3 minutes down in this round, and Miranda rolling to a knee bar, trying to attack the toes, pull the ankle, hard to get from behind the knee. Can he go higher?
When you look at the time difference in ground control, Wilson is at over 6 minutes of ground control compared to Miranda under 2 minutes, 1 minute and 57 seconds.
Oh, Miranda coming on top with that knee bar, using it as a sweep. Very good job, back elbows.
Just like you said, always throwing strikes, does not matter where.
He's like in a reverse mount. I don't know. Back elbows, beautiful switch. Is he gonna come on top? Oh my goodness, look at Wilson is a savage too. He's not giving it up. Let's see what happens. He's not gonna, oh my goodness, no way.
Absolutely insane.
All that work and Wilson still ends up on top.
Incredible. Now Miranda on his feet. 40 seconds to go.
Such a fun fight, Ron. These guys will not give up
100%.
position. No one just wants to settle.
Talking about get your voting in for Fight of the Year. This one has potential. Sure you're following us on all social media platforms at LFA Fighting. Fan Choice Awards coming up.
Here we go, 10 seconds.
Fans are on their feet.
Let's go, 10 seconds. Yes.
Big strike.
Oh my goodness.
Wilson firing back.
Oh. Yes. Thank you, gentlemen, for such a great fight.
Amazing fight. Amazing fight. James Wilson being carried on his teammates' shoulders. They think he won it. Amazing performance by both of these guys.
Such heart, such determination, such durability by both these men. Great performance.
Two of the best in the LFA lightweight division. Two wrestlers, Richie Miranda and James Wilson, put on a performance for the ages, man. They blew the roof off this place, Gil.
My goodness, they did, man. They put on a great show. They left it all out there. No one wanted to give up any positions. Such a great performance by both these gentlemen. I'm so excited. Here's Richie trying to control and finally reverses and switches for temporary. Looks to get mad, but Wilson just will not give it up. The wrestler in him says, nah, I'm not gonna give up this reversal. I'm not gonna give up this takedown. He slips out the back door. This is short time left. Richie always looking for the finish, always looking for an armbar, always looking for a strike when he can. And again, I think Wilson could have held on, but he let him go with 10, 12 seconds and said, let's bang it out. Both guys banging it out. Miranda going for it. Wilson going for it. These guys are amazing. Thank you for such a great performance. Thank you for the fight.
And right away, the embrace, the hug. I mean, incredible. It's sad that there has to be a loser in this fight because those two left it all in that octagon tonight. Let's check out the Bet Online numbers from this one. So many incredible stats. Trust me, there they are. I mean, the accuracy jumps off the page to me, Gil.
Yes,
with
both.
Miranda 81% and Wilson at 73.
Yeah, that means these guys were staying. They were staying in the pocket. They were trying to fight each other. They were trying to stay in there. And this control time means, hey, you're on top. But again, there's submissions being thrown from the bottom. You're attacking Kimuras here, so it's a tough thing to see and to judge. But I do think the output from Miranda was huge. The strikes, but man, these guys are going back and forth. And again, I'm glad I'm not a judge tonight.
Absolutely, Miranda landing 81% of his strikes. Judge Chris Lieben over there to my left, I'm sure he enjoyed this fight, and that's why we have fighters as judges, a guy who's been in there and done it. All right, let's now get the official decision. Here is Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. Chris Lieben scores this bout 30-27, Miranda. Judge Trigg scores this bout 29-28 for Wilson. And Judge Chris Crail scores this bout 30-27 for your winner by split decision, Richie El Machete Miranda.
Hey, I think that's a a great decision. I know I was biased tonight, but I could see Miranda winning every single one of those rounds. That third round was close. I think what made the difference was Miranda kept busy with his strikes, and we saw it on the numbers there. He was always looking for the elbow from his back, even in these transitions, just scoring and peppering. And look at the damage. No damage. You can see Wilson a little bit more damage. But man, Wilson, keep going, Wilson. You're an exciting fighter. You're taking this more serious. You're becoming a true professional.
Yes.
Please continue your journey. And both these gentlemen, thank you for a great fight. I love this sport.
The Richie Miranda hype train keeps rolling. 10th win in a row when you include his amateur career. 6th straight as a pro. Richie Miranda is now 6-0, 3-0 in the LFA Octagon.
The Octagon, Kanan. And now his opponent making his way to the Octagon, Danny Silva.
After a successful and entertaining LFA debut in July, Danny Silva looks to remain undefeated and improve to 7-0, perfect 6-0 record. He is on a 7-fight win streak, including his amateur career. Last loss was all the way back at 2018.
So I know Danny Silva by relationship. I know his two older brothers. They wrestled with me at Santa Ana High School, and we always knew they're tough. They came from a boxing background. Believe it or not, back in the day when we weren't doing good in our grades, Coach Scott Glab would put us in his classroom. And while he wasn't there, someone snuck and brought boxing gloves, and we'd make a circle and move all the desks, and the Silva brothers used to box it out, and everyone would box each other, man. The Silva line of pedigree is tough out there, and now their younger brother is out here representing Santa Ana with Cub Swanson in his corner, and now he's fighting. Very exciting.
I don't know what's better, that story or Cub Swanson's Christmas sweater. All right, get ready. This is a great shot. This is what Ben Jones does to all of his fighters. Gets them ready. Here comes the slap. So intense. Wait for it. Look at Cub Swanson's sweater while you're waiting for it. Boom, boom. Here we go. Danny Silva, 6-0. Now training with the Badger Crew fight team as we check out some of his highlights.
He's a wrestler, but I love his style. He presses forward, switching from conventional to southpaw. Very good boxing, neutralizes the takedowns, will throw some knees and stuff. I know he can wrestle, but he likes to use his wrestling more to defend it and keep it on the feet. He's durable. He tries to wear you. He calls his opponents on. He says, let's go. Let's see who has better whiskers, who's willing to go to hell and back. And Danny Silva is looking forward to this matchup.
I know that Dana White's watching tonight, and he will probably sign Ben Jones very quickly to the Dana White slap league.
I am not about that. There's one thing about getting like hit when you're in a fight, but having to sit there and wait to get slapped, my goodness.
Dude, it's crazy. I love it, though. All right, here are the numbers and the tail of the tape powered by OnlyFans. 2 young top prospects going at it, both 25 years old. Kauai High is an inch taller, weighed in a pound heavier, and will have a substantial 4-inch reach advantage. For the official fighter introductions, once again inside to Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the LFA 148 co-main event of the evening. This bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA featherweight division, brought to you tonight by OnlyFans, where creators earn. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 6 foot tall, weighed in 146 pounds. He holds a professional record, 6 wins, 2 defeats, and 1 no contest, 1 win by way of knockout, and 4 by way of submission. Representing Extreme Couture and fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, by way of Kailua, Hawaii, Kanan Kauai. His opponent across across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a catch wrestler and boxer standing 5'11", weighed in 145.5 pounds. He holds a professional record 6 wins, 0 defeats, with 4 wins coming by way of knockout. Representing Badger Crew Fight Team and fighting out of Santa Ana, California, Danny Puma Silva. Your referee, Frank Trigg.
Gentlemen, you got your instructions in the locker room. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. If you want to touch gloves, do it now. Go back to your corners and come out swinging.
Danny Silva, the favorite coming into this fight. The slight underdog, Kanan Kauai, set for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA featherweight division.
I love how Danny Silva stood in the southpaw position. As soon as the bell rang, he walked out conventional.
Absolutely. Silva, blue tape, black trunks. Kauai, red tape, and the green trunks.
Both these individuals hanging out in that danger zone, ready to throw down.
Absolutely. Silva, 4 of his 6 victories coming by way of knockout, and we have a stoppage, maybe a eye poke.
That was interesting. You kind of got a little timeout out of it. You know, that's not normal in there. Good job by Trigg to let it happen, and Silva not to pounce.
Absolutely. High kick from Kauai, and Silva says that didn't do much.
Kauai is the faster fighter. He's fast right now, throwing big.
Yes.
Silva's very composed in the chaos. This is what he does. He walks down his fighters. He asks them to throw.
2 of the top young prospects in the stacked LFA featherweight division. Of course, the featherweight title will be on the line. January from Brazil. Good shot to the body from Kauai.
Yeah, I like Kauai's feints too. He's looking low. He's feinting the legs. Keeping Silva guessing a little bit. Silva does a great job of just not biting though or flinching. Again, composed in the chaos. Nice 3-2 by Kauai. Danny Silva trying to get closer and closer. As he gets close, Kauai tries to throw some strikes to get him away. Circles his back off the cage into the center of the octagon. Slick.
Beautiful body shot from Kauai. Now he's going downstairs and up. Silva pressing forward. Silva mixing it up now with some kicks and strikes. Punches his way in.
Boxing to Silva's great, you know, just slipping, rolling.
Definitely.
You don't see a lot of that all the time in MMA. Most guys stand tall. They don't want to slip, roll because of knees and kicks, but good fighters are aware of it. They can do both. Kauai looking sharp, though.
He is.
Got poked again in the eyes. Silva knows. Oh, he's asking him to keep going. He can't. Oh, that's tricky.
Disagrees. Kauai, nice combination, finding its target now.
Yes, another 3-2 and then goes to the body afterwards. It's a good idea to try to slow down Silva, man. Work his body, work his legs, because this guy's, he's a beast coming forward.
6-0. Won 7 straight going back to his amateur career. I mean, training with Cub Swanson. We asked Danny what Cub's advice was going into this fight. He said, just keep it simple. Apply your game plan.
And not only is he going to give great advice, but to spar and train alongside someone like Cub Swanson and a guy who knows how to bang as well, a guy who loves the chaos as well. I mean, what a great guy to train with for Danny Silva.
Also training with our former champion, Dan Argueta, killing it in the UFC.
Another product of LFA, huh?
Amazing.
Level change, Kauai with the double leg takedown.
First takedown.
Figure four in the legs too. Figure four in the legs as well. Nice and dry still in this first round, not wet, able to wedge in a little bit more than normal. Throwing his hips down. Beautiful job by Silva. Kauai staying on it though.
Just powered his way up. That was impressive.
That was impressive.
Jeez, the strength.
Kauai doing a very good job of keeping his back off the cage, always circling and switching at the right time, little slip and roll, and he puts his back off the cage. This is Silva's opportunity though, he has him on the cage.
Not for long. Both fighters now finding the target. Ron Kruk and Gilbert Melendez here in Commerce, California for the LFA's final show of the year, number 28. LFA 148. Beautiful combination.
Very good round by both these gentlemen. Kauai just doing a really good job of moving, sticking and moving. You know that you do exert a lot of energy being that type of fighter, sticking and moving. You know you got to be able to do that the whole fight, right? The minute you slow down, it becomes Silva's fight. That body shot, great idea against someone who's attacking and pressing forward. Great level change. Didn't even shoot, just dropped levels and snagged the double legs. Figure forward the leg. Again, punch. Again, slip and roll by Danny Silva, doing a good job as well. Getting closer and closer to the target. When he gets in that chaos zone, that phone booth zone, Danny Silva excels, and he looks more comfortable in that chaos. He's going to get closer and closer as this fight progresses. Let's see if Kauai can keep up this pace of moving and picking his shots and sticking and moving, essentially. That's what's going to get him the victory here. Sticking and moving and timing those takedowns.
Definitely a boxing match so far. Only 11 strikes that weren't punches. Silva landing 51% of his shots, and Kauai 46. Extremely close first round. And now Silva gets that hook through and throwing combinations.
Yeah, great job by Kauai, his knees and everything. Silva's just pressing and just looks like he has the whiskers and the power. And you know, Kauai, I think, needs to tuck his chin a little bit more, you know, bury it down. Nice, another level change.
Yes, that level change was very impressive. Punches his way into the takedown. 4 submission victories for Kauai. 2 via guillotine, ninja choke as well, as we talked about.
Keep the frame. Very good.
Huge right here right now for Kauai. Just really used his takedowns this fight. This is very good. He was feinting them earlier, and again, I think it's so beautiful when you do an effortless takedown. What I mean by that is you're just timing it. He didn't even penetrate. He just snagged the legs and took him down. Ben Jones asking for him to scoot to the cage so he can cage walk up, is what we call it.
Good. Let's see, took that pressure off. Good. Our position is to turn in.
Huge moment for Kauai. Very significant takedown. And like you said, Danny Silva muscled up that first one, right? And you got to be able to technically get up as well. I believe he has it in him. He's definitely technical, but Kauai is showing a better side mount.
This is what head coach Ben Jones wanted, and we'll listen in to Coach.
That's it. That's it.
On his way up here. Kauai looking to try to take the back as Silva gets up.
Scoot out, turn in.
Oh, nice cage walk by Silva.
Keep going, Danny. Keep going. Keep
But
pushing
not
it.
out of trouble.
No, not out of trouble.
Push that hook up.
Oh!
And Danny Silva back up on his feet.
And immediately pressing forward.
His body. Lion.
Another level change by Kauai. Really good tool tonight he's using. Using that forward pressure from Danny Silva. He's, doesn't have to set up the shot when the guy's walking into it. Foot stomps.
Just killed the momentum of Danny Silva.
Yes, that's well said, Ron. Exactly. Taking away that momentum against those aggressive fighters. Slow it down.
Another takedown for Kauai. Now 3 for 3. Minute 30 to go. Fighters reset in the center of the octagon.
Silva pressing forward immediately. Good teep to the body from Kauai. Very good techniques. The flying knees to the body, the teeps to the body. That's how you try. Oh, Silva going to the body himself. Smart. That's how you stop the guy from shooting.
Oh, and a great strike got through and backs up Kauai.
Beautiful adjustments.
And again, the level change from Kauai stops the attack from Danny Silva. Something interesting that Ben Jones told us yesterday was that he felt that Kauai breaks when he can't finish people. And he didn't believe he had a lot of power to finish Danny Silva.
I will say, though, Kauai is fighting a very technical, smart fight. He's inflicting damage, great takedowns, good control, and just in a good focus, in a good zone. I like that Danny Silva made an adjustment, attacking the body, attacking the chest, so he can't level change. Had some success there. But again, I think this is Kauai's fight at this moment.
Clock winding down here in the second round. LFA featherweight action between two of the division's top fighters representing two of the top camps in MMA. Let's look at the highlights from round 2, Gil.
Yeah, Kauai going to the body, level change again. Beautiful double leg takedown. And again, drops to a double. The takedowns was the big thing in the second round, being able to stop that forward pressure.
You have to finish this here, okay? Your body shots are money. Hey, I need you to lower your legs, because all he's looking to do is grab. You own this center. I don't want you to move off that leg. You okay? Hey, low legs.
Spin, touch, spin. You got 5 minutes, boss. You gotta keep it 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes. Second down, no beat.
Wow. Here we go for round number 3. Both teams encouraging their fighters. Saw Ben Jones and Cub Swanson in the corner of Danny Silva. Puni Pagoa in the corner of Kanan Kauai from Extreme Couture. Anyone's fight.
Oh, Kauai's looking a little fatigued here. I thought he'd be on his wheels immediately. Danny putting the pressure. Staying low, like his corner said, attacking the body. Very intelligent.
Hands low.
Kauai needs to get on his wheels and move and get us taking a desperate shot.
Yes, that was, I don't think Silva wants to go down there. Oh, pummel, yeah, absolutely.
Not a bad idea for Kauai to take some shots and pull some guard to get his energy back, you know?
This is what we saw Silva, he was starting to do in that second round. Nice jab from Kauai. And now on the back of Silva.
Wow, very nice by Kauai to level change.
Yes, and you've mentioned it several times in this fight, Gil. It's where he has had the success and stopped the attack of Silva.
Yeah, very good tactics and game planning for that. Beautiful defense.
That knee might have hurt him. Definitely backed up Kauai.
Well, things are heating up now, Ron.
Yeah, they are. Haven't had many finishes here in California tonight, but we have seen some incredible fights.
Oh, beautiful. Defended the takedown. Silva on top, looking for ground and pound here. Elbows. Can he break him?
Holding him down now. Trying to mount up, elbow through.
I'll be honest, if I'm Kauai here, I feel good on my back. I think I'm up 2 rounds to none. I'm trying to hold them. I'm trying to breathe here. I'm trying to minimize the damage.
Good point. And you heard Ben Jones saying you need to finish this guy. Jones saying drag him to the cage. He's back in the guard of Kauai.
Oh, Silva's getting so close, almost landing punches and elbows.
Just missing. Kauai hanging on.
We're halfway, Ron, halfway through the round. Silva needs to let him go even more.
Big round for Danny Silva.
Big punches.
Can he finish this fight? Kauai fires back, doesn't do much damage, and Silva just misses. Jones wanting Silva to start pounding the body.
High guard by Kauai, just trying to slow down the ground and pound is what he just needs to do. Doesn't need a submission, doesn't need anything, just needs to slow down Silva. If I'm Silva, man, I need to go at a faster pace here. I need to start hammer fisting. I need to start going ham here. 10 at a time, take a breath. 10 at a time, take a breath.
Well, Danny Silva is definitely dominating this 3rd round.
Armbar set up by Kauai, get that, showing the high guard here. More importantly, just slowing down the ground and pound of Silva.
Hey, drive your hips in. You're fine. Hey, shoot your head in.
If Silva is able to do some more damage and really continue this onslaught, could we maybe see a 10-8 round here?
That's what I was thinking, Ron. If we could get a 10-8 round, we might be able to get a draw here. I mean, I think Kauai is up 2 rounds to none. You know, I can't confirm that, but I believe he is. I'm a Danny Silva fan. I want him to be successful here. I also think maybe just calling him back to the feet might have been the way to go as well. But he needs to go ham here. You got 45 seconds, man. Just keep going. Don't stop. More, faster. Yes. We need more of that. And Kauai, pull him back down or kick him off you. There you go. Very nice hug by Kauai as well.
I mean, you have Chris Lieben over here judging a guy who knows all about 10-8 rounds.
There he goes. That's a great flurry right there.
And with 20 seconds to go, Silva continuing to drop some bombs here. 72% of his strikes now. Time winding down. Kane in Kauai survives the onslaught from Danny Silva, and we will go to the judges' scorecards.
Very good fight.
Oh,
very good
absolutely.
fight. A tactical fight by Kauai. Very good IQ, showing his IQ out there. Danny Silva showing that he's a savage and a stud too.
Oh, what a fight. I mean, I mentioned it. I'll say it again, man. The judges have been busy tonight, but this has been incredible action.
Yes, incredible action for fights that are going to the distance. And I have to say, that 3rd round was all Danny Silva. No questions asked. No doubt in my mind. Beautiful punches. He was doing so good on the feet that Kauai just didn't take the best shots. You know, it was a way to stop from getting, you know, the strikes on the feet. But again, he was able to try and get the takedown himself. But Silva defending. Good elbows, good punches. And ended up on top and just a lot of damage that round. Ground and pound, punch after punch. Last 30 seconds, he flurried. Could be a 10-8 round, Ron. Could be a draw here. It's a tough one. 109 strikes landed, Ron, to 77.
Yes, and look at the accuracy there. 73% of his strikes landing from Danny Silva, but the 4 takedowns go the way of the Hawaiian. And the control on the ground, I mean, as close as you can get right there.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, when Kauai was on top, he was able to pass, but when Danny was on top, man, he landed a lot of strikes. Did a lot of damage from on top.
Great point. Judges taking their time, as they should.
Yes.
And there's the anticipation from both of these featherweights, Danny Silva, Kanan, Kauai. They're like, come on, you guys are killing me. What are you doing?
That's true, Ron, right?
Man. Looking over to our LFA, former LFA champ. Dan Argueda's here in the corner. He's nervous, but he's still smiling.
He's ready to jump in.
He is.
He's ready to jump in. Look at that.
Like, if these judges don't make a decision here, I'm going to get in there. All right, so Mike Kendall is back inside the octagon. Let's get the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Herb Dean scores this bout 28-20, a draw. Judge Crail and Judge Lieben both score this bout 29-28 for your winner by majority decision, Kanan Kauai.
Well, a majority decision, Gil, goes the way of Kanan Kauai. Rebounds nicely from the disappointing defeats on the Contender Series.